What's up, guys? This is the Keto Island Boys here with you today. Jeff was supposed to be with us today, but I think he fell asleep, to be honest, and which is all good. He has a big trip coming up to, he has a big Euro trip coming up. He was just telling me, and so I think he either knocked out or he's packing for that. So, which by the way, I feel like if you want to see some cool social media content from Europe, you should follow Jeff Boy 206, the other half of the Keto Island Boys. Um, yeah, I just felt like I needed to. We haven't made content for this channel in a while, and partly because I haven't really done keto in a while, but for a lot of our followers and just for a lot of our like friends and family and people we know, like uh, you know, we just recently lost Fiji, and so I felt like, man, this is a good time to just kind of uh, jump on the YouTube, and I guess this is on Instagram too. But I just felt like I should go live, and there's so many people posting like all these amazing clips, and it's been so heartfelt, and I just didn't feel like writing something out because man, who wants to read, you know? So I felt like, man, there's not enough people. People should make videos. More people should make videos of kind of the impact of what Fiji did, not only for us as a community, but for um, just like just just being the he's like the OG of the like island reggae sort of movement, and like for a lot of artists, he's like for a lot of like island reggae artists, he's their favorite island reggae artist. And so, and he's the first island reggae concert I ever went to. And so I wanted to do this live for a few reasons. One, I wanted to test this out. This is the first time I'm testing this out. You could if you're watching on Instagram, you could watch, or if you basically this will go on YouTube too, but I guess I'm practicing streaming this on Instagram as well. So, but I wanted to basically just talk about some of the stories when it comes to Fiji, and um, man, how just brutal this is for the community. For like, when we started this channel, like almost all of our first initial podcasts started out, we added island reggae music to this, and hey, we I think Jeff might join us here in 5 minutes. Let me s- but yeah, it's what you call it. um Let me see if I can send this to send this link. Bear with me. um okay, sorry. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, I wanted to do this to one, test this software out just to see what it's like to record a live. Two, we haven't really made content in a while, partly because to do a keto podcast, you got to do keto, I guess. And so def- I haven't been on point with that. And but partly is I definitely want to get back into it. I just recently got some like um just some new stuff. Like I have some shoes that my boy Steven sent over, and he also sent some other stuff. So but I want to get back into it just because, you know, just health, like for, the reason why we did this podcast too wasn't just for, for us, but if we could inspire people to try to improve their health, that's one way. This is one way to do it. And also just to kind of document our journeys, but like I said, so when we first started this, like, man, we integrated, like every episode that we had when it was just audio only, I mean, we integrated island reggae in literally every episode that we had. And like, I don't think there was any like copyright. um so we could just we were just nilly willy just adding songs. We put hella Fiji songs in our podcasts and stuff. And so, but yeah, man, I love seeing all the tributes on social media. It's been dope to just see. And man, you just see all the people that, man, he took pictures with everybody. I mean, almost literally everybody that has a Fiji tribute has, if not one, but like multiple pictures with Fiji. And that just kind of shows you just kind of like how of the people he was. He was just everywhere, And so out of like I mean, he was the first island reggae concert I went to, and this is kind of what I wanted to add is, or just talk about. And the third reason why I wanted to do this is basically share some of the stories that I have of just like attending his concerts and just like the impact of his music. Man, I remember the first time I really heard Fiji. I was in, I think I came to American Samoa in 1997, and then like my cousin had the CD, and I was like, "Whoa, this is different. Like this is dope." Like, and I remember yeah, I remember playing that thing on repeat. Dude, you know what? Man, it could have been a cassette tape, to be honest. Like I can't it was one of the two. It was a cassette tape or DVD. It was one of those. But yeah, I just remember like it was just a different sound that what I'm used to, So, and it just felt like, man, just something I could connect with. And so I remember the opportunity that I had to go to. I think my very first Fiji concert was back in 2000. I'm pretty sure it was 2000. Could have been, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2000. Might have been 2001. That time period. And I believe he was performing in Portland. And I don't think he really. I mean, eventually he came to Seattle, Tacoma, Western Washington area 2, 3 times a year on, on a pretty steady pace. And shout out to I felt like the Yamadas were huge in like bringing him out and stuff, and I'm sure they have so many stories with him and stuff. But the very first concert I remember going to see him, he was performing in Portland. So I remember it was like this thing where I was I was like 20, 21 at the time. And like my cousins got together, and some people from UW like got together, and we all like planned this sort of trip to go down and go see him. And like, man, I don't really remember too many details exactly from that very first concert. I do remember it was it's the first concert I seen where people were just blazing in the concert, and I was just like, oh, okay, like it's like that. So um but I do remember, like, yeah, I just remember it was I had a it was, man, it's just like it was one of the funnest times. It was just one of those things that was like, oh man, this is so fun. It was cool. It was like, and the concert was dope. And so I've probably been to, man, I want to estimate somewhere between 40, I want to say 40 to 50 Fiji concerts. And so like that was one of my first, I mean, 25 years. That was 25 years ago, my first one. So man, it's probably maybe like 30, 35 to 40, something like that. I've been to so many. So many of them kind of like mesh together as kind of a thing. And then, like these reggae art, sorry, these reggae artists, like they'll perform together. So like, you'll see Fiji with like J Bug or whatever, and you'll see like the very last concert. So we'll jump to the last concert that I went to go see Fiji at was in Tacoma. So I'm glad man, it's crazy that, the last concert that I saw him at was in Tacoma. And man, actually I'll wait for Jeff to come on before I talk about that one. But that one was, man, they're all special. That one's special now because that was the last I didn't think that that was going to be the last time I saw him. And so, the thing about Fiji concerts too is like hit that, I guess it goes with like a lot of music, right? There's a lot of like songs that people have that are just timeless, right? And but I felt like, man, every time you went to one of his concerts and like, man, he had one of his like just songs that he would play. I mean, his discography, his collection of music that he made is unreal. Like he has so many like really good hits that, or just bangers that just like, man, that was just so dope to groove to, have a good time to. Man, the vibes were always dope. I think out of all those concerts, I may have seen only one fight during that whole time. And man, you're talking about drunk pollies everywhere. And to only see one fight out of like 30 different occasions, 40 different occasions, dude, that's the type of vibe that, I mean, I think that's what, selfishly, that's what I'm going to miss a lot is just the fact that, you know, um, when he would have a concert, and like, I guess you could do it, we could do it now with other artists, but, like Fiji was like man, Fiji was like that dude that like brought so many people together. And, cause man, it's just one of those things where it's probably one of my favorite things to do is go to a concert with like family and friends. And it's a good time to catch up and, uh, and it's just crazy. So one one of the wor- one of the funniest times, it's funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time, was I went with uh I went with my roommate at the time, and his and there was a group of us, but his his girlfriend at the time had driven us to a Fiji concert. It was out in Snoqualmie casino, and which is about, like I was living in Seattle at the time, so this is like a good 40-ish minute drive, 40-ish 45. And we're out there, and then man, they would my roommate and his girl would get in a fight every now and then. And man, it was one of those nights where they got in a pretty bad fight to where they basically broke up at the concert. And it was like, and I remember telling him, I was like, dude, you gotta make up because how are we gonna get home? Like, she's our ride, and we're far from home, and this is before Uber. I mean, I guess we could have caught a taxi, but it was just like, bro, this is so awkward. So that was another funny just moment, just kind of being at it, like, it's usually good vibes, but sometimes things happen, and so yeah, mean, I had to talk to my roommate. I was just like, dude, you gotta, yeah, we need a ride home, bro. And like, I don't feel like paying like $100 to go home from Snoqualmie back to Seattle. And so I was just like, dude, this is kind of crazy. So, but yeah, man, that's probably one of my other that was like another
It, that one obviously sticks out because of the nature of what could have been, and so yeah, but I think they ended up making up, and she ended up driving us home, and it was all good. But they eventually broke up not too long after that, I believe. But man, I was just like, dude, you can't be breaking up with people, man, when you're 40 minutes away from home. So yeah, it was that was another concert. And yeah, it's just like, man, there's been so many, and I'm trying to think of ones that like stick out. Um but man, like I said, it's I love them just because it was a good time to like kind of kind of round the troops up, as some people would say. It's just like, and he would come on like perfect cadence. So like if he came 3 times a year, it was like, man, those are 3 times a year. You get to kind of see the homies, or people you haven't seen in a while. People's lives get busy, and then as we got older, people are doing less and less, and so events like a concert, is sometimes the only times that you can socialize, and so, yeah, man, it's just it's just brutal because, man, his concerts were such a good vibe, and so, and then there was just like certain songs that he would play that just like, like, I'd say like, man, like, Smoking Session is just a dope song to get hyped to, and especially, after the legalization of the, in Washington, at least, that, everybody's sparking up, especially if it was an outdoors concert. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like, man, those were just fun to be around, and just like, man, just generally everybody having an amazing time. And so the sad part was, though, no, what I do remember from that very first concert of going to Fiji is like, man, he was standing and he was dancing with the crowd. And when he sang Sosefina, man, he was doing his little um Samoan moves and stuff. And so he was really catering to the Samoan crowd, which is funny because I remember him doing that because I remember being with somebody from Hawaii, and then that person that was from Hawaii was kind of kind of like, she they were basically saying like, "Oh, he would never do this in Hawaii." I was like, "Well, he's not in Hawaii." Right? Like, the crowd is obvious. He's playing to the crowd. The crowd's heavily, there's, majority Samoan crowd. He's singing a Samoan song. Of course he's going to like, he's just reading the room, And so, yeah, it's just like, man, what an amazing artist he was, man, to just do that. So, and it's sad over the years, like if you kept going to his concerts, it's like, okay, so he wasn't dancing anymore. He was like on a stool. And then, like, man, then after the stool, then, it was like he was in a wheelchair. And it's just like, dude, oh man, it's just like, man, it's just sad to see the deterioration. And so, it's just like, dude, it's kind of brutal. So, let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to bring Jeff in. Hold tight, everybody. Oh, I don't think anybody's watching live anyway, so all good. Um, but let me see here. I'm gonna try to bring Jeff in real quick. I'm doing this. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I don't think Jeff's been to as many um Fiji concerts as I have, but let's see. But it's funny because I was just talking to him, when it happened, and this is before I could really confirm it, because right, this I think the news happened, what, maybe a little bit over 24 hours ago from when I'm recording this. So maybe like 30, 35 hours, something like that. But I really haven't seen um, I wanted to make this video to just kind of be different than all the other tributes, just like and actually share some actual stories and like, man, just how impactful and meaningful he is. I mean, not just to this podcast, um, but to the community in general. It's just like, man, I just, like I said, I love seeing all the posts, and I really wanted to have this is, I mean, this is also kind of therapy for me to kind of, man, it's just to have somebody of his caliber, to lose that type of artist and performer and somebody that brought so many people joy and pride and love. And man, it's just like, man, it's a shame that he's not really, here with us anymore. So, and then some of my and I'll maybe mix up with Jeff. I was curious to see, because right after Fiji passes, Hulk Hogan passes, and so I was also curious because The Rock had not given any. The Rock didn't do any of. He didn't do any tributes yet on his social media, so I was kind of like curious to see. Oh, is he going to do Hulk Hogan first or Fiji first? So that was kind of what I was kind of wondering what he was gonna do, and he just posted maybe like less than an hour ago. He just did a post for Hulk Hogan, which makes sense. It's all good. He's he was very influential in his uh when he was growing up and stuff, and so yeah. What's up, bro?
Yo, yo, what up, man?
I was just talking about how The Rock hadn't posted up until about an hour ago, and I was
Mm.
like, "Man, is The Rock gonna do a Fiji post first or a Hulk Hogan first?" Because he's about
Yeah,
how he
I
just
know. Yeah, crazy.
What do you think it was? He just posted, like, less than an hour ago. What do you think it was?
I think he posted Fiji.
Dude, he posted Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
he did. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, for in his life, I'm sure wrestling was, as
that's
kids
what
he
I
did.
was gonna
Yeah,
say.
he grew up. Yeah, his
Yeah,
dad.
so yeah, no, absolutely. I kinda briefed everybody already. I just kinda just mentioned how, like, hey, you got your big Euro trip coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told
Mm-hmm.
people to go follow your socials at JeffBoy206 on Instagram if you want to
Mm,
see some great European content. Um,
I don't
and
know.
then I was just kind of like talking about just the impact of like what Fiji has been for me, and just kind of like, when we started this podcast, when it was audio only, we only did. I mean, we added island reggae in every episode. That was kind of like our
Mm-hmm.
thing. We haven't really done it on YouTube because of the copyright issues and stuff. But um, but yeah, I just gave a couple examples of like some of the concerts that I went to, just because he's the very first reggae concert that I ever went to, and that was
Oh,
like,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, it was like in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so it's like
He was
it's kind of
he was
like,
the
man,
main headliner. He was the one that people wanted to see in
for
Seattle
sure, for sure.
whenever, and he wouldn't come often, or I mean, when he did, everyone wanted to go. Of course, he's the king, the originator.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like there was like a 10-year period when, with the Yamadas and the 808 music. I felt like,
Hmm.
man, they were like on schedule. Like there was a 10-year period where they brought them at least once a year, if not twice a year. And
Yeah.
I just feel like, and then as time went on, he would be with other people, other artists and stuff too. And so,
Hmm. Yeah,
um
I might have gone to so many that I probably don't even remember how many I've gone to. But I mean, yes, absolutely. Every time there was a show, Fiji was there. I would obviously want to go, and um, yeah, it was.
do you remember your very first, just any island reggae concert? Do you remember your very first one? Like which one you went to?
Mm,
It's
yeah, it's
hard.
hard.
I
Yeah, yeah,
It's hard because we've been to so many, and so that's why it's like,
yeah.
cuz like, man, when it
Done
comes to
so
Fiji,
many.
I've probably been to like 30, 40,
Yeah,
like just going all the way back to 2000, and so yeah, it's kind of
yeah. I mean, his
hard
voice
to
is
think of.
unique. His voice is something that every artist. you know, would love to collab with, has collabed with, I'm sure, and played all respects to, and funny enough, the day that he passed, I was listening to him, and just weird.
Dang,
Yeah, crazy.
that
Yeah.
is weird.
Sweet
Oh man,
Darling.
see,
Sweet
yeah.
Darling is my favorite Fiji song
Oh,
uh,
yep.
of all time. I have that on my rotation constantly. I just be
Sweet
singing it
Darling's
out
a
the
OG
window. Oh
song.
man, yeah. How about you? What's
Well,
your
that's
favorite?
what's. I think my favorite is probably Morning Ride,
Morning
and
Ride? Yeah.
and that probably came out after, like, Sweet Darling is like they got these DJs on Instagram and like on
Yeah,
other
I
places
know.
that are like doing they're
Dedications,
doing,
mixing
yeah,
their
and
best
like,
stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah.
well, one person has, I didn't even realize it, but this one DJ had like like was playing his songs and then playing what year they came out. And I was just
Hmm.
like, dang. And like that Sweet Darling song is like a 90s song. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like he has songs from the 90s.
yeah.
Like that was what made his music dope, is that, look, your favorite song that he has is from the 90s. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And so it's
yeah.
just like, that's what I mean. He had bangers from like so long ago. And it was
Mm.
funny because there's a concert I went to, and I remember distinctly saying like, man, it's crazy. These songs are all 20 plus years old. I mean, they're 30 plus years old now, some of them, or close to.
Hmm.
But I was thinking, man, these songs are like 20 years old, and they still like
Oh,
everybody get like, you still see so
yeah.
many people get hyped for them and stuff. So
I think that's the thing about island reggae. I mean, yeah, you can have songs, classics, and they're just bangers. No matter what year, where you're at, it brings you to a time where like you remember, where you were at. Or if you were at Showbox, you're with, Mark and Tom and with Lito. Those are the only times I remember watching with Fiji because those are my experiences with
so
them.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you brought up Lito. So I was kind of I told two stories already of like
Oh, you did.
the very first concert I went to,
Uh-huh.
and then the other concert I went to. My roommate broke, like, we all rode over with my roommate's girlfriend, and then my roommate broke up with her while we were at the concert, and so
Oh.
we almost got stranded. Then I had to tell my room. I was like, dude, we need to ride home, man. You got to make up with her because, like,
Mm-hmm.
man, we were out in Stockholm. But anyways, but the third one I didn't mention yet, and I kind of wanted to wait till you got on, but because you brought Lito's name up,
Hmm.
and and yeah, we've lost Lito in the past 2 years too. That's why it's like, man, crazy, because that last concert I went to was in Tacoma on the water, and Lito was there,
Hmm.
and it was kind of messed up too, because, like, man, when I was at that concert, Lito,
Yeah.
he was in a wheelchair at that
Wheelchair.
time, and
Yeah.
so it was
Right.
just like, man, these people were like pointing at him, and they were like, "Hey, it's Fiji," because
Yeah.
he was in his
Yeah.
wheelchair,
I
and he's
remember
also
that.
brown, and he's also has had a shaved head,
Yeah.
so it's just like,
I think
dude, it
I
was
was
just one
there.
of
We,
those
were we
moments.
there together at the show or the concert? I'm not.
I don't
Hmm.
know if you
Okay.
were there.
I
It
remember
was
this story. Yeah.
yeah, I think I definitely I think I told you the story. Because it
Mm-hmm.
was Fiji slash Sammy J. It was
Yeah.
July 2022
Okay.
was when that
Was it at
performance
Crocodile?
was. No, it was
No.
outside. It was
Mm.
outside in Tacoma. It
Oh
was
yeah.
in
No,
Tacoma
I didn't go.
outside on like a week. It was on a weekday too,
Yeah.
I want to say. It
Yeah.
was like on a random like Thursday or something. And
Yeah.
so, but it was like yeah, it was on the water, and it was dope. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was the very last concert I went to, and it was it was dope. Sammy J rocked it, and Fiji's voice was a little um it was a little raspy that day.
Mm.
Like he kind of struggled with a couple of his high notes, but I think that was and I brought this up already too, man. It was just sad seeing his health deteriorate
Yeah.
over the years,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Because that very first concert I went to, I mean, he was standing, he was dancing, in 2000. It was just like, and then like
Yeah.
later on, he would always perform on a stool. And then it was just like, man, he would, like, his last performance, he's pretty much in a wheelchair every performance,
Hmm. Yeah.
still singing
Still
amazing.
singing good. Yeah. I know. I know. It's very sad. 55, right? He passed away at 55 years old.
Yeah, 55,
So
so
young.
young. You know
So
what I mean?
young.
So
Yeah, I
young.
know. He's a great artist, man. And then
Yeah,
now
man,
that
amazing.
when I'm showing through all the feeds, I just saw Common Kings do a
Yeah,
collabo, and
yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, definitely, man, makes me.
He's your favorite reggae artist's favorite reggae artist.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
everybody's
he's
favorite.
everyone's yeah, for sure, absolutely. Uh,
That I saw Kalohe Kai had all their like pictures and stuff with them.
mhm.
The one person whose tribute I haven't seen is Jay Bugs. I haven't seen Jay Bug
Oh, okay, yeah, I
put
haven't.
his
I
tribute out,
follow him. Yeah,
which will be kind of interesting to see because
yeah.
I'm sure he has a lot to say, but
I'm gonna be
almost every
yeah, I'm gonna be going to Chloe Kai in September, and I'm 100% sure he's gonna do a tribute or some
for
song or
sure.
for Fiji, and yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, man, that's what I mean. It's so crazy that it's good. I mean, we still have like other artists we can go see, but it's like,
Mhm.
man, it's just like, man, it's sad to take one off the list and
I
like
know. Yeah,
because he would perform with people like Kalohe Kai
yeah.
or
Oh, Maoli's
J
gonna
Bug
be in
or
Seattle next week, next Tuesday. I wonder if he did a tribute or he had,
he did. I saw
influence. He
his
did. He did.
already.
Oh, you
He
did.
did.
Oh, you saw the
I
feeds
can't
of
remember if
everyone.
I saw it on I think I saw it on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, Maoli had a tribute on yeah, I'm telling you,
They're
like
probably get all
the
get together and do some. I mean, he's big enough to where I'm sure a lot of artists will get together or they probably just do their own thing. Do their own tribute to him, sing song.
yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, there's so many ways to do it, but it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, who knows? That's why I mean, it's like it's crazy because like anybody that's, um, yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know if he invented the genre, but he's like the OG of the genre, and so
yeah,
like for
yeah,
most of the artists that we like listening to, he was the
yeah.
first kind of
Hmm.
to have music out there that was like in this genre. So
Right.
that's why it's like,
Well, back you
and
said
like,
when did he about 20 years ago or when you started watching him in Seattle? None of these artists that we have listened to were anything that we're looking for. I mean, there was no, yeah, we didn't listen to Common Kings 20 years ago or,
yeah, they weren't
Sammy
out yet.
Johnson or anything like that, right?
No, they didn't.
It was who was it? Who are the artists that we saw when we first started going Fiji? Uh,
I can't think
I can't think.
because like J Boog didn't really
Yeah,
start. He like that "Let's Do It Again" song. I think that song came out in like 2008,
yeah,
2007,
yeah,
2008. So 20 years ago in 2005,
yeah,
man,
exactly.
there wasn't really too many artists. I'm trying to think of
Yeah, I'm trying to look at
who we
my
used to go to.
playlist.
There's this band from New Zealand that used to come
I don't
that
remember.
we used to go to. Man, we should have brought one of the Yamadas on. We should have brought because
Oh
dude,
yeah,
they'll tell you the
you know.
history.
Oh, they know
Because
for
they
sure. Yeah,
yeah, because they're usually the ones that that would bring them, right? And so
like Revolution 3 Plus. No, I don't think they were as big as Fiji. Man, that's
yeah.
dang.
3 plus, I think 3 plus back then, I think kind of
Oh,
remember.
Ikolu.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ikolu. Yeah.
Ikolu.
So
Yeah, we
yes,
would be
yep.
going to Ikolu, and I wonder. I bet you they were on together. I bet you the shows were together. They had them both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, if you think about it, so many people linked up with Fiji and they would perform together for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Um The Green, how old is The Green? Were
I
they
would.
back then?
I don't
Or
think they were
that's what I
back
mean.
then.
There's
Yeah,
like
right. Exactly. Oh,
damn,
that.
Ekolu though, you hit one. That's
Yeah,
one that they were OG back then. 3 plus, that's
yeah.
another one that's OG from back then.
But those are
Um,
all our rotation. Those are the songs that we listened to before any. Latin
yeah.
reggae was huge on the scene.
What about Rebel Soldiers?
Yeah, I mean that they were one. Yeah, it was like an acquired taste. Some
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah. I mean
Yeah.
Anuhea, but I don't. I think Yeah, she had been
I think she was later
a little
too.
bit later too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. I'm sure we could
Yeah, it's
dig up
kind
some
of
old photos. When you posted on your Instagram your video with him. I mean, you were that close to him. He was that when he was outside.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was at a wedding.
Oh, that was at a wedding. That's
That
sick.
was at a dude. So, dude, that wedding was probably one of the dopest weddings ever. I've been lucky, and it's funny because you said Kalohe Kai too.
Yeah.
I've been to a wedding where Fiji performed, and
Mm-hmm.
then I've been to a wedding where Kalohe Kai
Nice.
performed. And I was just like, dude, this is like how
Like having
I
Bruno
don't know. This
Mars like just sing at your
yeah,
wedding,
you know,
right? Like they're like the
for
stars
real,
of.
it's like, dude, you get this free, like, personalized concert,
Hmm.
and then, like, in that video, you could just see how dumb and drunk we were, because man,
Yeah,
we're,
I
like,
saw
all up in his
that.
grill.
Yeah, yeah.
We were
Was he
all up in
drinking
his
too?
grill. Yeah, he had a beer in his
Oh,
hand too
oh,
in
okay.
that
I
video,
gotta see.
so it's
Yeah,
like, dude, I mean,
yeah.
that's why I was just like, dude, we gave him 0 personal space. I'm sure he did not enjoy that, but it was like, especially we're all drunk and stuff, and
Yeah,
so
yeah. Oh,
but,
you should get Tom. He would love to come talk about, because his stories. I'm sure he'd have a ton of stories to tell you, or what happened behind stages, and booking him and how he was as a person, because not that many people know like how he was personally. Well, I don't,
yeah.
but
Oh man,
uh,
we'll do that for sure.
yeah.
When you get back from Europe, man, we'll and then
You
probably,
message him.
man, we might as well get Tom and Eric on, and just
Oh yeah,
like
Eric too. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for
just
sure.
get them both on, and
Yeah.
just be like, dude, hey, yeah, man, this is a good time to just spill the, like do a special island reggae episode where we just sit here and like just kind of chop it up, and
Yeah.
because
So
this is
hey,
what I want
are we
to
live?
see more of.
I just jumped on. What's going on? Are you
Yeah,
testing
we're
something?
live.
So
Yeah,
live
we're
as
live. I
in
think we're
like
live.
it's okay. I see a live button on the thing. So is this new? A new feature you've tried? You're like the podcast guru
Literally,
now.
this is the first time I've gone live, and I don't know. I don't think
What's
anybody is.
what's okay? But it can
Yeah,
record and then we could post. I'm sure. Yeah, I
yeah.
should.
So this
Yeah,
one will post to YouTube. It won't post to
yeah.
Instagram, but I
That's fine.
think check your Instagram, see if we're live. Check like your
Mhm.
personal Instagram and see if you see
Let me see.
the see if we're live.
See, we're yeah. Uh, no, I don't think so. Trying to look. No, I don't think we're live. But I mean, that's cool.
Oh,
Trying new features.
oh, we're not live. Oh,
Yeah, you would usually something that would say, "Hey, check out so and so. They're posting live." I don't know how the. I think you have to go on the actual Instagram app and go live from there. I
yeah,
don't know.
because I had to do some. Yeah, I had to do some. I had to like add a thing and like what you call it. Um, I had to copy and paste
Mm,
some code to try
mhm.
to get the Instagram feed. Like that's why it pinged your thing because I don't know. So that's why I'm glad we're just testing it out and
That's
like,
cool. Yeah,
hey, if it
and
didn't work,
yeah,
it's all
some
good.
people haven't heard from us. I know a couple people were like, "When are you gonna post again? When's your next episode dropping?" I was like, "Oh, I know. I've been so busy with life and
He's been
work."
busy. I've been not doing
Oh
keto either,
no,
so
it's
it's
okay.
like, I've had some
I'm
cheat
2
days and
months,
stuff, so cheat
2 weeks,
months.
2 weeks. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I just love chopping it up, and like Jeff's one of my favorite people to talk to. So like, I don't think this will ever go away.
yeah,
And
we'll chop it up.
that's how I envision this. So it's
Hmm.
like, and like I felt like, man, such a crazy event like losing somebody like Fiji is like, man, felt like it was worth talking about, and
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so that's why
relevant
it's like,
and it's yeah, you're right. When we first started our podcast years ago, we'd love putting just featuring our favorite
1,000%.
artists, and now it's ballooned into so many artists that we love listening to. And one of my favorite places to go is going to Hawaii, going to Oahu, and just listening to live band. It's like free. We here in Seattle,
That's what's
we
crazy.
pay for them to go to the concerts, but when we go to Oahu and down in Waikiki, we just go down to gosh, I forget the name of the bar. Ocean, not Oceans. Anyways, the local bars that we go to up
Yeah.
there, they're there live. It's free. They're just drinking. You can drink out of a pitcher, like a pitcher of beer, just drinking it straight up, and oh man, it's so much
And he
fun.
died in Hawaii, so that
Oh, I
was
didn't
kind of
know.
like,
He did. Yeah,
I believe he did, and so that's
yeah.
why. And it was like a Hawaii news station
Who was the first?
because
How did you hear about it? Who broke it, or how did you first hear it? It just went
I
on your
was
feed.
watching some
Oh,
I was watching somebody's Facebook live, and
oh,
yeah, I was watching somebody's Facebook live, and somebody commented, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then the person who was doing the feed like this was like, "Hey, we're not going to comment on that. We'll talk
yeah.
about this after, because we don't
Were they
know."
close to the family, or was it an island
I
Facebook
don't.
live? Oh, you don't know what you're
Yeah,
listening
it was a Facebook live. Yeah, it was a Facebook live.
from
Were they
where?
close to the family? I don't know.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was yeah, I was on Big Oos Radio's
Oh, okay.
Facebook Live, and they were doing like promo stuff for there because they have an event this weekend coming up. And then somebody commented on
Hmm.
there, and then my Uso Bug was like, "Hey, we're not going to comment on that right
Oh,
now.
okay.
We don't," which is good because I mean, this wasn't
Right.
verified and stuff, and this is kind of, and then when I saw that is actually when I texted you, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, man, there's rumors out already that Fiji's," and
No,
then next
you're
thing
the
you
first one
know,
to tell me, and so yeah,
yeah,
I didn't see it on the feed. I saw other people, some people celebrities who passed away, but I didn't
and
see
then
Fiji come
and
up.
then you woke up this morning, and then
Yeah,
I got a text from you, and you're like, "Hey, I guess it's true," and I was
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
"Dude, like
yeah.
bombarded, like everybody had posts
Hmm.
this morning." It was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude. So it's just like, and that was, hey, did you ever take a picture with him?
I have to look through my photos. I had lost my phone, and had all my
Ooh,
photos, and yes, I don't have anything, and I don't think uh,
so
the
many people have like
Instagram.
hella. He was one of those dudes that,
Hmm. I for sure took a photo. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. I mean, you
Was it
have
correct?
photos with so many people, so it's like,
Hmm.
like, so that's why I was like, but that I thought it was somebody commented and was like, "Damn, everybody has a picture with Fiji," and I was
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, he's kind of one of those dudes that like
Yeah.
everybody was. He had like." He let so many people have access to him, especially when it comes to taking pictures.
True.
Man, like he was so good about that. Like, and so
Yeah.
that's why you see so many people with their pictures with Fiji, and it's just
Right.
like,
Well,
dude,
back then, back in the day, yeah, if we knew Mark, we knew Tom, and we just went backstage, or he
yeah,
came out, yeah, and we'll take photos. Now you can't do that these days, but back then, for
yeah.
sure, yeah. But it's good
Because
times,
it's
yeah.
funny, like when he would perform at the casino, like at Snoqualmie Casino too. Literally after the show, you would see him at the craps table,
True.
just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like gambling and
Hmm.
stuff, and it's like, dude,
So young, I know. We were just talking about
yeah.
today earlier. I was outside with some friends, and they're in their 50s. And they're like, "Dang, 55, so young!" Like, man, we're like,
Yes,
you know,
scary.
we're getting there. Like, oh, jeez. But yeah, true legend for sure.
True legend, yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's
cool.
and then this is also kind of brings it back, and like, hey, we're not perfect, but
Hmm.
the island portion of this podcast was to, like, we love to promote our, island reggae, and that's kind of like what we love to listen to. But the other portion is also like we also kind of want to help improve our health.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
like, and I think this just for me, I think it's a good reminder to just like, man, you like, at least for me to like, re just to start over again, and it's okay,
Yeah,
and and all those things, you know what I mean? So because I
absolutely.
don't want to die at 55,
Yeah.
and like
Hmm.
it's like a wake up call. Like you said, you're talking to people that are in their 50s and stuff like that. So
Yeah, many of friends, good friends of mine, close friends have passed away, and it hits you
yeah, and
kind of hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's another reminder too. Yeah, man, just have it's like it's crazy. It sucks as you get older because I mean that's life, right? But
Yeah.
man, having these people that we know just like pass away like that, and it's just like, man, it really makes you think to like, kind of like live your life and like, try not to hold back on stuff and try not to have any regrets and
Hmm.
live your life to the fullest. I'm excited for your trip to Europe. It's
I know,
like,
man. I'm
dude,
excited too. I still have to
that's
pack,
what these
but
things are
yeah,
for, man.
yeah,
You should go, man. Do all the things, man.
yeah.
And so,
That's right.
um, yeah, man. Yeah, kind of talk about your trip to um Europe. Like, how many, which countries are you going to? And
Yeah. So we're going. Well, initially it was for Kat's birthday. She's celebrating her a big milestone birthday, so we're gonna be going on a cruise ship.
dope.
So we're gonna go a little
Oh,
bit
dope.
before the cruise. Me and Tim are going to, Ibiza, is what they call it, not Ibiza. We'll
Ibiza,
be
yeah.
Ibiza. Yep. Then we're gonna go there for a couple days. I'll leave Saturday, and then yeah, we'll be going to Barcelona after Ibiza, and then Barcelona for like 3 or 4 days. Then we go to Greece for like another 3 days, and then we set sail to go to like Mykonos and
Nice.
Santorini and Turkey. There's some questionable places we're going to, but it's fine. The ship's not going to put us in any danger if we putting us in any war zone areas.
Yeah.
Crete, Rhodes. I mean, yeah. So we'll be going. Cruise is 7 days. We're gonna go
That's
maybe
dope.
7 days before the cruise and just kind of tour Europe. It'll be my first time in Europe, so
Dope.
it is hot AF out there right now. It's like 90s as in July, August, and
Yeah.
Barcelona and Ibiza is like hot.
Some
So
of
yeah.
those places, the problem with Europe too is like some of those they have this
Mhm.
weird thing where well, it makes sense. Like some of those places don't have like AC,
Yeah.
and the weird thing is about like when I was in Europe too, the other random thing is like, man, they're so stingy with their ice.
Oh
Especially if you're going in the summertime.
man.
Us, in the States, you go anywhere and you get an ice drink, man, everybody fills that thing up, the whole thing with
Sure.
ice, right?
Yeah.
Man, you go there, they'll
I
give
have to
you
get
like
ice.
one
Yeah.
ice cube.
You
They'll give
can't
you like
drink.
one
Yeah.
ice cube, and
I like drink some
you're
warm
like,
water.
dude,
Blah.
they love room temperature stuff. Like even like a lot of places like in Germany,
Hmm.
they serve their beers room temperature, and it was just like, dude,
I
so
heard drinking in room temperature water is better than drinking like absolutely cold water. I don't know. I thought I heard that somewhere. Someone could tell us wrong, but I heard drinking lukewarm water
I've heard that
or
too. I've heard
water.
wrestlers say that
Yeah,
it's supposed to be better. I don't know, but
yeah.
I'm not. I mean, preference wise, hell no. Give me all the ice. And that
Hmm.
was like the one thing where it was like, dude, how come no? That was my one. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves being in Europe is like, dude, you guys need to like stop being stingy with your ice and
Hmm.
like your refrigeration and
Well, I'll
just let
give
it
you a
flow.
yeah. I'll give you a nice update when I get back because I have no idea what that situation is gonna be like. But we're for sure gonna be hydrating up. It's gonna be hot, and we're gonna be doing a lot of walking, and yeah, we're gonna hit up a couple
Nice,
clubs when we go to Ibiza. I mean, Tim, and
dope.
then yeah, and then towards the tail end, we're gonna relax. We're gonna go hard the first week, and then we're just gonna
And then do
cruise and relax.
recovery on the
Yeah.
cruise
Well,
ship,
because the cruise ship, there's gonna
pretty
be a
much.
lot of friends and family. There's like over like 60 of us going. There's a lot of families. They're
Oh,
bringing,
dang.
kids and their families and stuff like that. So it'll be a little bit more chill, but there'll still be some party adults there. So we'll be, yeah, we'll be out there having a good time. Cruises are fun. If you guys
That's
never been
so
on a
dope.
cruise, yeah, it's pretty.
I've
Have you
never
been?
been on
You
a
been on a
cruise,
cruise? Yeah,
so
it's pretty fun. Some people. The best thing about a
all you
cruise
can eat
is
everything?
all you can eat everything. Entertain drinks. We got a drink package. All you can drink any kind of drink.
Oh,
Just
that's amazing.
yeah, exactly. And the best thing is, you can visit different islands of Greece. You go one place, you tour it, go back to the ship. Then they overnight while you're sleeping, they port at another place. So people who like to visit multiple places, cruises is the way to go.
Yeah.
And they got a casino on the ship. They got karaoke lounges. They got man. It's one of the newest ships. The Norwegian Viva is the ship that are going on,
Nice.
and yeah.
N
So I'm
It's a
excited.
Norwegian cruise line ship?
Norwegian cruise line ship. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
dope. Yeah, I had a friend that I think used to work for Norwegian Cruise Line, so
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's dope,
Yeah.
man. Nah, man, that you guys are gonna have a great time,
Yeah,
man.
we'll have a good time.
And you want to go when the weather's like warm like this. It's gonna be hot, but man, it's
Yeah,
like
you know,
you're gonna be on the water and stuff,
yeah,
and so it's
true.
like
Yeah, we'll have pools and stuff like that on the ship, and yeah, and you're with your friends, so it doesn't matter where, what time of the month you're going, as
yeah,
long as you're with your friends
exactly,
and having a good time. And how often you're going to get travel to Europe and do these kind of things
a thousand
at,
percent,
at this age, so you
a
gotta take
thousand percent.
advantage. Yeah. So, but
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
man!
looking
I'm
forward
so
to that.
excited for y'all.
Yeah. How about
Yeah,
you?
man, that's
What
so
what
dope.
you been? When you can come visit us in Seattle?
Man, I'm trying to come back before the end of the year, so we'll
Okay.
see, man. So yeah,
Come back to visit. Come
um,
back. To
yeah, come
come
back
back.
to visit. I
Okay.
have to. I have to sort some things out because I still
Okay.
have like a bunch of stuff in Vegas, so I need to
Mm.
like. But basically, when I come back, I need to buy a car so that I can like
Yeah.
have something to
Travel.
travel around in, and then also potentially to sleep in, and like because I need to pick my all my stuff is in Vegas. I have like 4 or 5 boxes and like 4 or 5 bags, and so I need
They
to
have
like
those
grab that stuff and
Turos or those rental cars you can borrow for X amount of time. But I mean, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Depend.
Well, okay. So I think like maybe I'll tell you kind of like my big plan after because it's still kind of like in the
Okay.
works. It's nothing like solid, but
Okay.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
come back. I'm
All
definitely trying
right.
to come
Yeah.
back and then and stay over there, but just still kind of be mobile. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
just kind of trying that stuff out. But yeah, man,
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're here. Hey, Seattle's it hasn't gone anywhere. Everyone's doing good, and yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
still doing good, doing the part-time keto, but it's more of now is the Monday through Friday do good, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, whatever. If I
That's
am
still
somewhere,
yeah. No, that's still dope, man. That's dope. So, how about working out? That's the other thing. I just got
you,
newer. They're
you
not new
know,
shoes, but I got
yeah,
shoes to walk with.
yeah.
So I'm probably gonna do more lives like this,
Summertime is a little bit
walking.
different over here for me
Tough.
anyways. Yeah, because I don't really want to work out in the summertime because when it's so nice outside, we took up a new sport, pickleball. And we've been pickleballing a lot, maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Dope.
And it's just
Is
you
that a
love
good
it.
workout?
It's a great workout, and it's great because you played 11 points. You don't have to play all the time. You can sit down as long as you want, but everyone's there. I mean, all your friends are there, and our group,
That's dope.
they roll deep, so we have at least 3 or 4 courts going at all times. Yeah,
Damn.
and so, and you
Do you
see a
play
lot of
singles or doubles?
doubles, always doubles. We never played singles, always doubles, and it's
Damn.
yeah, it's
Three or
kind of
four courts, always
mhm,
doubles.
yeah.
Damn,
So it
there's
was like
hella
there's a
of
lot,
you.
yeah. And anyone that started to pick it up loved it, and so they're buying $200-300 paddles, and
Oh my god, I
yeah,
can't wait to get
it's
back. Can you play
uh
this in the fall and winter too? Is
we
there
have some indoor places. Pickleball is such a huge thing right now in probably all over
Yeah,
the world, but even just in Seattle, that they're opening up just specific clubs just for pickleball, like brand new facilities, like 30,
yeah.
40 courts just for pickleball over tennis. And there's no tennis courts are not even set up for tennis because all the
Which is
pickleballers
so
take up the
funny
court.
because
Yeah.
we had our little tennis, we had
Yeah.
our little
I already
I mean,
know.
I bought a racket when we
Yeah.
had our little, tennis
We,
phase and
we did.
stuff, so it's so funny because
Yeah.
I feel like I would be better at pickleball. Tennis was so hard
Oh,
for me to kinda pick up,
Same for
and
me.
so, like
It was hard. A lot of
oh,
moving
you were way
around.
better than
Yeah.
me in
Well,
tennis, so
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
trying to get to your level,
In
and I
home
feel like we
runs.
were all trying to get to Eddie's level, but it
Yes.
was just like but we were still trying, and, like, I had my own tennis racket but, man, it
Mhm.
was still tough, but, like,
Oh, you will pick a
pickleball
ball. So you're not moving. There's not a lot of area to cover. You'll still get a good workout, and it's better than doing nothing. People ain't doing nothing. At least we're moving
yeah.
around. And we have our seltzers, and we're just
Oh my
chopping it
god.
up, listening to island music while we're playing pickleball. And it's like all the females and all the guys. They all play, so it's like we could see everyone because
Everybody
yeah,
interacts.
we're
Everybody gets involved.
I used to play golf a lot. It would just be me and three of
And the
my partners
boys.
and the boys. That's it,
Yeah.
right? and then I only see them for 3-4 hours because I'm with them on a T to T for 4 hours. But you do 4 hours of pickleball with like 20 people. Oh man, you can imagine how much fun it is. You know,
Yeah. Oh my
all
god.
ranges of skill levels, doesn't matter. You're just having a good time, and everyone's getting better and getting out, getting some exercise. Who People hate on it, but I think it's a great
Who
sport.
hates on it?
People who don't play, people who think like it's not
Oh.
even a sport, just people from the outside who've never played are just
Yeah, man.
hating on it.
Everybody thinks everything is like a cult when
Yeah,
like people just get too like excited about
yeah,
something for
yeah,
like and I mean people will probably say that about keto or like
sure,
just anything in general, right? When people
yeah,
start something new and like it feels like they get into it, it's easy to have haters just come on
hmm
and just try to poo poo it away
yeah,
or say it's
yeah,
just like a thing. But no, I'm excited for that. Okay, I'm
yeah,
excited to come back for that because
got
I
you.
would love to. Man, I think that's probably one of the biggest things I miss the most is just all the social engagements that,
Hmm.
man, just being around your orbit is
Yeah,
like, man, because just like even you talking about your trip and you're just like,
hmm.
man, you're going to Europe and there's gonna be like 60 people on the cruise. It's like,
Yeah,
damn, that's crazy. So I love hearing all these stories, my
yeah.
guy. So yeah, man.
Well, we'll keep up,
Yeah,
we'll
man.
keep
If
touch.
you
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we'll keep in touch and then yeah, we'll do these impromptu and like I'll probably do more lives. I just wanted to test out my first live.
Are you gonna do
Uh
more lives as you're like walking around, or are you gonna post up
yeah.
somewhere? Oh, okay,
And it'll probably just be YouTube. If
okay.
cuz if I'm walking, I don't know how to if I could set it up where I can also go live on Instagram too, then I'll actually try to do that.
Mm,
So, but I wanted to test out this Riverside and go live
okay.
just walking and then probably just do like 20, 30 minutes. So I'll probably do like, I don't know, a couple of these by, when you're out in Europe and stuff. And then when you get back, I'd love to have another deeper dive conversation like Fiji behind the scenes, like,
Hmm.
stories, more stories
With
with,
Tom and Eric, yeah,
yeah, with the
yeah.
Tom and Eric and the 808 music crew and just like, yeah, just hearing
You should
about
hit up like Gerald. You should put him on the pod. I'm sure he would love to come on the pod. I just saw him at Bonadori this past week. Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's Seafair is coming up in Seattle, and he was rocking it. Actually, this hat I'm rocking is from
two stories Zori.
Gerald's. There you go.
Oh
Two
damn, that's a
two
dope
stories Zori.
hat.
Yeah. Dope.
You got some two stories Zori merch. I love it,
Yes, I
dude.
do.
That's dope.
Shit, I can't put on this. Yeah, yeah. Supporting Two Story Zori. I'm sure you were huge fans of Fiji as well. So, um, yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah, we might do a whole thing, man. Yeah, and yeah, I'm down to have Gerald on, and so it's like,
You don't have him on your
but yeah, man.
pod on your a part of your Spanaway your podcast.
Yeah, I already had him on.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had him on before.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I had him on before, because he performed at Reggae on the Way,
Oh
and
yeah.
so I had him on maybe like 3 weeks before that to try to kind of semi promote that to Spanaway
Hmm.
people. But
Sweet.
yeah, man. So I've already had him on that podcast. But yeah, man, if I'd
You
love to
come
have
on
him
here.
on and on this
Hmm.
podcast to only talk about like
Hmm.
Fiji stories because he has his pictures with him and
Yeah.
like and just
Absolutely.
more dive deep into like just being a reggae music artist and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
so because we can lean into that part too. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. But most of this stuff I'll wait till you get back. So
Okay.
because I'd like for you to be on when he's on too as well.
Sounds good.
Cool deal.
Sounds good. All right.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you guys for if you made it this far in the video, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and we will catch you guys all in the next one.
Peace.